All right. Oops. I think we're good. Let me just check. I always have two screens here open to make sure that everything is working. And this will be recorded, by the way, so I will be able to put this up on YouTube so that you can watch it later. Okay, good. Good thinking. Good. Awesome sauce. I always have two computers here so that I know whether or not I'm messing up, right? You know what I mean? I feel like the more technology you have around you, the more it is easier for you to. Let me just turn this around so I don't see myself on two screens. It'd be kind of weird. Anyway, my name is Brianna. I'm really excited to have you here tonight. If you have no idea who I am, if you just happen to stumble upon this page, if you've been following me for a while, if you've been, regardless of what your situation is, I just kind of want to introduce myself briefly, go over some housekeeping rules and things like that. And I just want to let you know that my intention for tonight is to serve you, right? So I sent you a couple of emails today saying that this video or this broadcast was going to be about confidence building and how to be confident and, how to step into your true authentic self and be okay with who you are, right? Because I think that, whatever you do in life, sometimes it's going to be challenging. Sometimes there are going to be, times where you're not fully sure if you can do it. But I want to let you know that you have whatever it is, you have everything inside of you that you need in order to succeed in whatever venture you're in. And that is what I want to instill in you tonight. So before we get started with anything, obviously I talk about freedom. I talk about the life that I live. It's part of my marketing, where, I go to the beach and things of that nature. I make a lot of money online. But I cannot guarantee the same results for you. I cannot guarantee that you'll make $1. I cannot guarantee that you'll wake up tomorrow. There are no guarantees in life. So with that, you can see our income at ipassearnings.com or empowernetwork.com/income. And that will take care of everything that you need to know about how much money we make and all of that nature. And we have a pretty banging income disclosure, if I do say so myself. It's not often where you see so many people succeeding in one place. And I really think that that's because of our culture and our genuine want for everybody to succeed at this. Like, when I get on Hangouts, I want you to get the most out of it so you can take it into your business, you can take it into your personal life, and so you can have massive success in whatever venture that you have, right? So, who I am, who is this Brianna person? I just kind of want to give you a brief background. It's to my story. My name is Brianna Carr. I am in business with my mom. She's my best friend and business partner. And we really did have a rags to riches story. It was your stereotypical, unfortunately, we were the stereotype of the single mom and trying to provide for her child, which happened to be me. And, throughout that life, I realized that my mess and my baggage is turned into my message. And it's been able to, I don't regret a blade of grass I walked over to get to where I am today. And I know that I can help people with my story. So, it was tough, growing up. I knew what it was like to not know where your next meal was coming from, to, not know whether or not the electric was going to get paid, or if you were going to have electricity, or if you were going to have a hot shower. I knew what all of that was like. I've been there. And it's the reason why I do what I do and why I work so hard is for my mom. When we actually did move from the basement to this place, this beautiful house that you see around me, that was, all my mom. It was my mom's divine will, and she made everything work. And, I couldn't be more grateful to be sitting here in front of you today because of her. And she's such a big reason as to why I do what I do. But, I knew what it was like to it's funny. When we were moving and we had to move in, it was embarrassing to, not know whether or not, you were going to have a house of your own to, invite friends over. It was embarrassing not being able to say, hey, come on over to my house because, you live with a relative, or, you lived in a basement apartment, so I get it when people say that, that they're broke, busted, disgusted, this, that, and the other thing. But I want to let you know that it doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter where you came through. All that matters is what you do today in this moment and the decisions that you make today, because the decisions that you make today are shaping your future. You're shaping your tomorrow. Decisions that you had a year ago, a day ago, shaped your today. So if you want to change, then you have the power and you have the opportunity right now, right here with us, to change anything you want in your life, right? So with this newfound confidence, when I was, like I said, in the basement apartment, I thought that was the only thing left for me. I had kind of lost hope of ever getting out of that poverty cycle. And it wasn't until I found what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight that I actually did start to see, hey, you know what? I actually want to go out and I want to, be a better person, and I want to break this pattern of poverty, and I want to, help people understand that there's more to life than just surviving on your 9 to 5. I want to teach people that they have the opportunity, that they have the ability to do the things that they want. So, leading into that, it was, I started to tell my story. I started to get out there. I started to, mix and mingle with people that I would not have normally mixed and mingled with. It was, I got around people who had what I want. And that was, I think, the driving factor to why it was so, pivotal for me to have success, is that I saw their life, I heard their stories, I knew where they had come from. And I thought, my God, if they could go through what they went through, and I've just gone through what I've gone through, I can do this too. I can be my, who and what I want to be. And like I said in my email, I've had the honor over the past, I would say, I don't know, my first my first experience in, marketing at all was in 2012-ish. And, I knew it was what I wanted. I knew it was what I wanted to do. I knew that, bringing myself and bringing what I have to offer out to the marketplace as a service would be beneficial. And that was my first, my first experience. That was when I was actually in high school. And when I was in high school, I was a little bit more confident, because it really, and I'm not gonna, dwell in it, but it took a turn for the worse when I was ending high school, right? But when I was, say a sophomore was when it was really, really good for me. And I, that was when I had all of the success going for me for, getting into the Ivy League schools and this, that, and the other thing. That part of my story. I'm not going to tell it tonight because it's not really relevant. But, if you read my first email, that, I've done all kinds of cool stuff that I want to share with you, that like I said, I don't do it to brag or to boast. I do it to share with you what's possible, when you just make a decision to be the best version of yourself, right? So I've done everything from speaking on stages to speaking in front of crowds, small crowds, big crowds. I've performed some of the most prestigious, I'm honored to have performed some of the most prestigious theaters and theater companies within my home state, in the tri-state area. And it was an incredible blessing to be able to be on camera, be on film, be featured in a company sales video. And it came from this one principle that I'm going to teach you how to do tonight. And it doesn't matter, like I said, where you come from or where you came from, where you think that you have been, or how bad you think you have it now. What all that matters is that that you have success within you now. I mean, you could look at your life and think, oh my God, I'm such a failure. I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do the other thing. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Well, shoulda, woulda, couldas don't they don't do anything anymore, right? It's not, and eliminate the shoulda, woulda, couldas. If that's where you are in your life right now, is that I should be there, I should be this. Well, the past is gone. Let's just focus on the future, right? So you can do anything that you want. So I'm going to give you a 3-step confidence formula that I learned. I actually paid upwards of like $600 to learn this product, to learn this strategy from a coaching product that I had purchased. And it was an amazing product. And I took this principle and I implemented it, and I squashed it down from a bunch of other things that I had learned, through this, process of self-growth and development. And it's something that I use every time I get in front of the camera. It's something that I use every time before I speak in front of, audiences. It doesn't matter if I'm talking one-on-one with somebody or if I'm speaking in front of 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. I use this principle to step into my power, and you can use it too. And my goal with this is for it to help you in whatever industry, whatever situation that you have that you're dealing with. I want you to be able to step into your confidence, to step into your authentic self, and to really begin to live life this way. Because when you strip down all the negativity and all the limiting beliefs, right down at your core self, that is how you should feel. You should feel empowered. You should feel like you can do anything, because you can. You have the God on your side, the universe on your side, whatever you want to call it. You have them with you always, right? So you may not think that you've had success, regardless of what you have in your life. I didn't think that I had success when I had gotten into started this industry, and it wasn't until I actually got this product that I really started implementing it. And using the strategy, like I said, I got started, and I just totally lost my train of thought. One of my neighbors is backing out of his driveway, and I just totally lost my thought. I'm sorry. So with that, like I said, this product, this strategy is going to help you go forth and go forward in your life and act with confidence, right? So with that, I'm going to give you the strategy. Like, I remember where I was going with this. So you've had success in your life, and it couldn't be anything, any kind of success that everybody's had success, right? It could be as silly as, tying your shoes and remembering what it was like to tie your shoes for the first time. It could be as extravagant as, winning a prize, or maybe getting like a karate degree, or, like a black belt or something like that. Or, maybe it was, you got a date with somebody, or, or like a really hot guy or a really, really hot girl, right? And you're thinking like, yeah. And then you're really confident from that, right? And so what I want you to do right now is just imagine, and you don't have to close your eyes. I'm going to close my eyes because that's how I do it, but you don't have to. So I just want you to imagine what it was like when you hit that goal, whatever it was. For me, it was and like I said before, when I was getting involved with, when I was performing in front of people, if for those of you who don't know, I am a classically trained vocalist. And I did opera soprano for, years and years, all throughout high school. And excuse me while I drink. Have a swig of tea. I was a vocalist all throughout high school. I did classical music, opera, and things of that nature. And when I was doing all of that, I was involved with an after-school activity called Vocal Select, and it was an audition group. And I remember wanting it so bad. Oh my God. I used to sit there and just imagine myself being one of them and being able to perform with them, and, having my own solos in the choir songs and things like that. And I'm huge on music. I'm a musician myself now, still to this day. And, I love every part of it. It's a part of my life that I wouldn't be able to live without. It's just part of my soul, right? Music is part of my soul. And, I remember wanting that position so bad. I just, like, I needed to have that. And I remember being like really scared for the audition, right? And I had messed up. Actually, I messed up and I didn't know if I was going to get it. Where, the instructor was like, I accidentally changed key in the middle of the song. And for those of you who aren't musicians, it basically means that I went up in a key is basically what it means. And I just went like a half pitch higher when I was supposed to, and I kept it that way. So, and she said to me, she's like, did you know that you changed the key in the middle of the song? And I got really scared because, here I am thinking that, this is supposed to be perfect, right? And she's like, I'll give it some thought, but, the audition didn't go as good as I thought it was going to be for you. And I got really scared. I got really scared. So, I went home and I wanted it so bad. But I remember, and I want you to anchor yourself in a position. Think of one time where you made it and you just said yes, just said yes. For me, it was when I went up and I saw my name on the piece of paper that said that I made. And I get so excited and happy when I think of it, that I said that I made Vocal Select, right? That was my confidence moment. I was like, oh my God, if I can do that, if I can audition, that was a huge fear for me at that point. If I can audition, if I can sing in front of this woman who's going to critique me, oh my God, I could do anything. So that was my moment. And what I want you to do once you have your moment, once you're there in that physical moment, so you can see it in your mind, whatever it is. And like I said, it can be as mundane as tying your shoes for the first time, or as extravagant as winning a prize, or whatever the case may be, whatever your success is, anchor yourself in that position. Just feel what it feels like to be in there now and see the colors that are around you. For me, when I see it, I see my name underneath soprano 2 and the little box on the sheet of paper right outside of her door. And I just remember feeling this just joyous feeling, this overjoy of like, thank God, I made it. And remind yourself what that feels like and anchor that position, anchor that excitement, and anchor that confidence that you can do, be, and have anything that you want in life, right? And that is the opportunity that you have to do what it is that you want to do. And what you feel once you feel this feeling of remembering your success and bringing it forth and stepping into it now and acting in it and acting in accordance to the belief that whatever it is that you set out to do, you are going to do. When you have this feeling within inside of you, then it will happen for you. Now, I want you to be a confident individual, because that's what you are now. Once you follow that simple step of simply remembering what it was that made you confident, feeling what it feels like and visualizing what it feels like, and to physically step into that moment and to mentally step into that moment so that it's like you're reliving it again, and then act in accordance to the belief, and you will be amazed at the abundance that flows into your life. Like, when I got started inside of this industry, a lot of people don't know this, but well, I mean, I guess you could probably kind of put the pieces together if we were living in a basement apartment, but we were broke. We were broke, right? We actually used our last like money to get into this business, and we made the commitment and we acted in accordance to a belief, and the abundance started to flow. I was just 7 days out of getting kicked out of high school, actually. I was just 7 days of getting kicked out of high school, and it was I knew I needed something. I knew that I needed to be better. I knew that there had to be more. Even though I didn't really have a lot of hope, I had just enough hope to actually go looking for a new opportunity. And my mom, and this is why I want to give back to her so much, because it was actually my mom who found this opportunity. And it's amazing, right? I've stepped into the person that I want to be. She stepped into the person that she wants to be. I get to do what I love every single day, and I help people do the same. I want you to know that you have the power within you to do whatever it is you want to do in life, regardless of what it is. If you want to sit and weave baskets and, stare at the wall, by all means, you are empowered to do that here. You are empowered. Right? And I will support you. And I think that so many people go through life, not really realizing that they are 100% supported. And that is what we provide here. We provide the tools and the resources you need in order to gain your confidence, to gain your freedom, because that is where we're going as a movement of people, my friend. That is where we're going, is hundreds, if not thousands of people all over the world claiming their freedom and being the people that they want to be. I feel like society imposes so many things upon us that you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, be a certain way, and do a certain thing in order to be accepted. Well, you know what? You're accepted just how you are here. And that was what I was so attracted to, and why I didn't let anything stand in my way to get to where I am today. And I want you to have the same power and the same encouragement that I had, and know that you are supported here. Now, will it be a free ride? Will it be easy? Absolutely not. I didn't have a free ride, and my journey wasn't easy in the long run. I mean, in the slightest case. It was not easy, but it was absolutely worth it, and I want this experience for you. So join us today. Join us today. There is a button below this video, so click the button and join us, because you'll never have any other, you'll never see another opportunity like this, right? I remember when I got started and I wanted it bad. Like, I wanted success bad, and I sought out all these people, and they all told me one thing: believe in my belief in you. I believe that you can do this. I believe that you can become a confident individual. I believe that you can step into your greatness, that you can step into your power, and that you can create a life beyond your wildest dreams, because that is what we do here. We empower you to be, do, and have anything that you want in life. And I want you to have all the abundance in the world. And that is why I do what I do, to bring this message, to bring this opportunity to people, because it saved my life. It didn't just change my life, it saved my life. And I wanted to do the same for you. So with that, bless you. I hope you received value from this hangout, and I hope that you remember your confidence formula, and that you use it, and that you implement it, and that you take a second. Let's just do it one more time. Let's just do it one more time, because I'm feeling like I gotta do it again, right? So you take yourself back to a point in time where you were successful in your life. Like I said, for mine, and I'll even, I said something as quote unquote mundane as remembering when you tied your shoes for the first time. Oh, I remember when I tied my shoes for the first time, or when I tied a bow, actually. So I'll do that one, because that one makes me feel empowered too. But when I was about 6 years old, I had a nightgown that had a tie, like halfway down my stomach, and it had a little bow. And I remember tying that little bow and practicing in the mirror. And I remember when I finally got it, and I ran downstairs, and I was like, Mom, I did it. I tied the bow. And she was like, and she said to me, I'm so proud of you. And I don't know if she remembers this or not, but it was a little pink nightgown. And I was so happy with myself and so confident that I felt like that because I could tie a bow, I was a big kid. You know what I mean? And that is what I feel. The sense of empowerment that I could do, be, and have anything, even because I tied a bow on a, little nightgown when I was 6 years old. But that was the be all and end all to success at 6 years old, right? It's being able to tie your shoes. Tie your shoes and lose your teeth with everybody else, I think. But I think I've babysat for too long and nannied. I was an au pair for a while. So with that, once you anchor that feeling and know that you can step into that whenever you want to, because it's just a memory. It's a feeling. And once you feel that feeling and you feel that deep inside that you can do, be, and have anything that you want, step into that and claim the world and conquer it. So with that, bless you. I hope this video served you. Click the button below this video and get started with us today. Get started, because you're not going to see another thing like this. And I cannot wait to start working with you. So with that, like I said, hit the button below, get started with us, and I will see you on the inside. Can't wait for you to join our freedom movement. Take care.